beautiful, the very, very, very beautiful Ray.
What's up? So happy to be here. Brought you to my hood. Welcome to Kahawa Sukari. This is like, you know, the suburbs. I'm joking. This is just home sweet home. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Ray, for having us. It's amazing. And we have the star of the show.
This is my daughter Alexis. She turned 8.
Oh my God, the big 8.
The big 8?
This is Alexis, our co-host for the day.
For the day.
Yeah, and she has her own gymnastics page, as she has said. So follow her. What's your handle? Tell people your handle.
Alexis.Kirago.
Yes, Alexis.Kirago.
Yeah.
So guys, that's the page to follow. Forget everything we've said.
It's really true. It's true.
So we're just going to take a walk.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask.
Yes.
So, were you born Ray? No?
I was not born Ray.
Oh, your parents wanted that cool. Like they had so many names to pick out from, but they just decided.
My parents did the Bible thing for. We all got a Bible name. Mine's Rachel. Yep. All of us. My brother's Joseph.
Oh
my sister, legit, I'm not joking, is Mary Magdalene.
Guys,
I was gonna be Jesus, by the way, like Joseph, Mary. I don't know why they were going there.
And then
Rachel. So I was Rachel. Ray came because I joined Homeboys, and then you know how you enter someone from the reception, there's a ritual. In the kitchen, there's a ritual. On air, there's a ritual. I was like, hey, the last thing I'm gonna be is the other Rachel. I was like, let me just be Ray. So
cool.
That's actually how the nickname started.
Ray is so cool. It's like me. People send me money on M-Pesa. They're like, Tumia. I won't say. And I'm like, New Year. I reached out to you and you came through. It is such an honor. I've had you from Keys.
What?
HBR.
No way.
Yes way. And today we are going to listen to you at Sound City Radio. Did you always want to be a radio presenter?
I actually did not want to be a radio presenter. Imagine, I grew up so shy. Everybody from like Raimo will be so shocked that I'm on radio.
For real,
because like I was never like very outgoing. I was never like the popular kid. I was never.
No way, you weren't even in drama.
I wasn't even at TV. What? Did I even volunteer for things? Is the question.
Oh my God, were you just the girl who used to sit in class with the books?
I was an introvert. I loved reading novels, keeping to myself.
Okay.
But the thing is, like with radio, what happened was, you ever just done the one thing and then you got someone to tell you, by the way, and it was in uni. So it was a lecturer who told me that, and I thought,
USIU?
Yeah, USIU.
99%. I've been at USIU. I've been to the radio.
Oh my gosh, you've been to the radio?
Yes.
It's still on? Like it's still goes on?
That was like 4 years ago. But I was there. When I was there, it's when Chuck was hosting the Big Tune.
Yeah,
that used to be your show.
That show's been there for, I'm so impressed by that show. It's been there for how many years?
It's the gift that keeps giving.
It made us all. I be taking walks sometimes. This is actually something me and my kid do when we're bored, when we're around like on the weekends. So there's a pet shop where I'm gonna take you to.
Is that a thing? Do you love dogs?
Actually, I do. She loves dogs. We both love dogs.
Rabbits and fish.
You love rabbits, fish, dogs,
and cats.
I have not forgotten. You have like 7 cats already.
Don't get me started.
Oh, there are 10. Oh, like all the ones
more. 6.
The kittens.
My God.
There's kittens. Over and above those.
That means 16.
16.
Yeah. So please save me. Save me. Does anybody want cats? This is
so what do walks do for you, or even the pets?
Honestly,
even for your mental health.
Yes.
Yeah.
I started doing it cause we both like dogs, and then I live with my mom, and my mom does not like dogs at all.
She does.
No,
she does not like them
in her house. In the house. Like, and yeah. So
as long as the cook on jet,
you know.
We were talking about mental health and how taking walks helps.
Yeah, it does.
Mental health is such a big thing, but you think as a country we are there yet?
Nope. But I like the strides we're making. Yes. I like that we've become the generation that at least has made it okay
to talk about
even semi-cool. Like it's almost like, I go to therapy, you know.
And then goes like, thank you, you're being courageous.
Yeah, look at you, look at you taking care of your, it's probably Roy. Yeah. So I honestly said just because of her love for dogs.
Okay.
Also my pal Roy owns this pet shop. But then I started noticing the more I do stuff away from my phone, away from my computer, away from radio,
from all the noise.
My guy, like that's when I'd be the most, or at least that's when I'd feel the most peaceful.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's what we need. Everybody needs to have a thing that you do away from the thing that you do.
Yes, you have your own thing that you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So what about where exactly is your passion in mental health? Are you passionate about creatives? Are you passionate about women? Are you passionate? Mental health is like wide because it concerns every single human. So where is the specialty? Where's your heart at?
So I actually started being into mental health because of my own personal experience.
Oh, okay. Isn't it maddening considering everyone is watching you? Your fans, your critics, your boss, your parents, your haters and fans alike.
And then the worst thing is for our jobs, you show up and you show up your best. You show up your happiest. You show up, you can't do this unless you're
happy. Because like Kiragu, that was when you were doing your mid-morning show. You were supposed to be hyped up. I mean, we're struggling with Corona and staying in the house. You better be the one.
You gotta be the one that's got the life.
Day.
That time you've just come from home with your 1,000,001 problems that nobody knows.
And your problem is just from crying in the washroom.
Man, I've done that enough times. And the thing about that is it taught me to share experiences. That's actually where my love for mental health now really started. When I started realizing, imagine, these things, the more you open up, the more or less alone you feel.
So this works as a shelter-ish?
Yeah. It's like he breeds them and he also sits them. So like if you have a dog and you're traveling or you have no one to watch for, you can bring them.
Instead of them starving and staying at
Or if they're trying to find rehome them, you can bring them him, he'll do the thing. So like if you have like a kid or even if you have free time, you know the things when you like involve yourself and make you feel good.
Help people with just
feeling like, what is it about pets birthday? Is it because they don't ask questions?
Is it rabbit or bunny?
Both. Rabbit. So no.
Is bunny like cockerel and rooster?
Probably. Hamsters.
Yes. Has hamsters? Where did we get hamsters?
Why? Are you in detention? Why are you so alone?
Oh, this is Alexa's moment. This is like we shouldn't even do it for her.
This is her thing.
They don't love her.
She could take hours. So this I got like in honor of my dad because he passed away. It says go back and come back after 2 weeks. If you still want to get a tattoo, we do it. Okay. What do you mean? I have money now. No. You know, tattoos are one thing you're going to die with, so think about it. If it's really what you want. Yeah. So I went and I came back in 2 weeks. Like, you must be serious. Please tell me it's not a dolphin or a butterfly. Like, for real, he said I don't do cliche.
With thorns all around.
He was like, I am a tattoo artist. There's a tattooist and there's a tattoo artist. Yeah.
They are videographers and cinematographers.
Ooh, yes. Bigger picture people.
Yeah.
Because now you telling me that your idea, he freehands it like he does. And then
God, it's so cool. Introduce me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get more ink.
That's a sad story because after he did this, he passed away. And when I went back years later, I found this was the guy who was his apprentice. Was so good now. And he did this, and I was like, what? You were actually great.
So you've never thought of re-inking it or retouching it?
I want to with his apprentice because it feels like still a part of it. Yeah, that was really nice.
Because tattoos are personal, like really, really personal.
They are, man. Do you have one?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Which one?
Or
is it okay to ask?
No.
Is it like from your days of being out there in the
I've
party?
always been that girl. I've always been that girl. Like I actually pierced this thing.
I wish I was brave enough to do those.
Oh, I did it when.
This too, I love that.
What this one?
Yes.
I reduced my piercings because they were becoming a lot.
No way.
But
if more?
Yeah. Like I had this. No, not my ears. Like different places. Like I like exploring, but not where it's sensitive. Like, cause
so she says. I mean, we don't know.
Oh, really? Now
she could be hiding.
That's the point. No, they don't hit hookah. Because mine didn't heal quicker. Because mine, it's not at the brow. It's literally below.
That was on purpose.
Yeah, that was on purpose. Because it's I didn't want it to look like everyone else.
My mom's who likes piercing. I actually like that my mom's been very different. Like, she's very open.
She's not those what mamas.
No, never. I never got like heat about like going out and stuff.
You don't say.
Now it's like only when when because I'm back here with her, she'll worry, but she won't like be against it. But she'll worry. She'll like just at least tell me, pick up the phone.
Yeah.
If I call you at like 2 a.m., tell me where you are, so at least I know you're safe. But she won't have heat over that.
She's like, oh cool.
Yeah,
you go do your thing.
Yeah, she's got piercings until like she says that after her grandkids, so she's got 6 on each. And she's like, any one of you has another one. We're adding. We're finding space.
For her ears.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that you're close to your mom.
I'm very close to my mom.
Oh my God, no, not everyone gets that privilege.
Well,
yeah, there are people who are not close to their parents.
I'm close to my mom. And my mom.
And you became closer after your dad went to heaven. For real.
And I think life does that. Like some things you're thrown in there, and then you figure yourself out. We both did. I moved back in because my siblings had gotten married.
And they were all leaving, and mom was getting a little bit lonely. And then you're with her Alexis.
You know?
Because Alexis is not yours.
For sure. Let me not even lie. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just, but then I'm just a provider in the story. I'm just the money.
And the one who gave birth. That's it.
But everything
you're
else,
not the mom.
For real, 100%.
How is it that our parents become tender and kinder to our grandkids and not us?
It is the most. I feel like they do it on purpose. I think it's I think it's on purpose.
Oh my God.
I think it's just, yeah. You can't tell me that. My mom, I can't even raise my voice around
your child.
Like, even that, she's going to pull me aside to be like, it's very unnecessary.
And then you were like, you didn't think it was necessary, like you were raising her.
Even now, she'll still be yelling at me, and I'm like, so what happened to not raising your voice, mom? That's not nice.
I'm big, I'm old enough now, mom.
You know? But I like being with her because I also learn a lot about being a parent. Like she's, like now in that age where I see now
like,
how she is, why she is, how she is. Yeah.
You're like,
I get it now.
So how many are you in your house? At your house?
We're 3. So
just
our
3.
whole family. Like right now, how many now?
No, your entire family. How many?
We're 4. We used to be 5 with my dad. So it's just me and my big bro, my big sis, and then my mom.
Oh, you're the last one?
I'm the last one.
Oh my God.
But I give off last one energy.
So what are the best things about your dad that you still live on with?
Oh my gosh. I miss how he brought people together.
He did?
He was always
the glue.
He was always this platform. You
no.
know if there's what's Christmas, ask him. What are we doing for you to ask him?
And he always knew where everyone was.
Always had a plan. Even if it was like for a weekend, even if he always had a plan.
Even on improv.
And then his plans were very authentic. Like, see, what if you end up with Boozy? Love sweet and Nani. Are they around? Call them. Let's come. Yeah. And then he can bring a bottle. Like it was always like that. It was always the person.
And you took that from him?
I tried to, but then I feel like life got so busy. And then I feel like, especially with my family, we're so different. I'm the only creative. So I feel like they look at me like my life is so upside down.
I'm the only creative. Everyone else is just like, why are you piercing the eye? Why are you testing, ma'am? As in,
they're like, and then for your whole life, are you ready for this commitment? Tattoos? What if you want to get a regular job? I'm like, this is my regular job.
Like, what are you doing at it today? Today we're on camera, and then when are you going to work?
And then my mom, the whole time, she's like, so today you're not waking up early
because you're not going to work. It's not 8 yet.
I have nothing today, and my show is at 6, so I will be up at that time or close to that.
Huh?
What?
You're supposed to be at work at 8, like conventional jobs.
We're the chosen few.
I know.
Because then we still get to like earn while having fun of what we do. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about mirror therapy.
Mirror therapy. Where did you hear about that, girl? I see you. Be listening. Yes. Mirror therapy is a game changer. You should try. Everybody should do mirror therapy. Everybody should try.
I don't think I have a choice because I'm an actor. Because you constantly are on the mirror. Because you need to get your emotions correct. Yes.
Are you? Is it like how us on radio? Sometimes it's really difficult for me to listen to myself.
Yes. Yes. You just go like. Because when people show me my films, I'm like,
wait, what?
If someone asks me for my film, I'm like, alafu niambie. Because I'm like,
I know, you're like,
what's that face? What's that face?
That's crazy cool though. That's pretty awesome.
So we are constantly close to the mirror. Because you need to work on your expressions often. Then you need to you have to convince the person in the mirror first.
Yourself.
Yes, and then you can convince your
That's
director.
technically what that is, I think.
And then you can convince the audience.
It's the same as mirror therapy then. Then I think you've been doing it away from.
But I think it becomes toxic because now it's about perfection. It's like get it right.
Oh, so now and then you're always your own worst critic.
Yes,
like as a creative in me, like when I do my recordings, I'm like, I could have done better. And they're like, that was a good take. No.
No, let's do take 16.
Let's do another one.
Like, it's the same as the first one.
It's
I'm like,
the
no.
same. I'm like, no, I can tell the difference. Okay,
I can do better.
my heart was in this take.
Do guys nowadays say they're single? I mean, it just depends on who's asking.
Let me tell you, in this dating scene, I have learned
This Nairobi one big bedroom.
all men are married until they prove to you otherwise. Okay,
Yes.
Please protect your heart. Everybody has a wife until he shows you he doesn't. Yeah.
Is it crazy for females in this industry?
I feel as if it's only crazy if you let it be crazy.
Okay.
So my philosophy on this industry is there are two kinds of currencies to our thing. And this is just my theory, by the way.
Okay, it's
I
fine.
think it's either fame or talent
Okay.
that gets you where you are. And sometimes if you're lucky, you can have both at the same time.
Okay.
Some people like take longer to get the fame.
Yes.
Guys who have the fame fast, the talent comes a bit later.
And I think that's harder.
It is hard, but then actually it's weird because we're in an industry where the numbers matter so much that you can actually get overtaken by someone who's got more fame
Famous.
when you have more talent than them.
Oh my god.
Because they feel like the numbers really matter.
So fame is becoming the biggest currency.
It is. So now what I say to myself is I'd rather know where I'm at. So for me, I know I'm not a big fan of, I'm not famous to be famous. I don't want to be famous. That's something
You don't care about fame.
I really don't. I love them. Like I'm a music enthusiast for real. Like me, radio, I love it because I genuinely love music.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm blessed every day when I get to play music and get paid. So
yeah, get paid.
man. So like, is it crazy for females? Only depending on how you look at it.
By crazy, I mean this. So I went and checked out Ray Kirago, and I'm like, the first thing that pops is Ray Kirago's baby daddy. I'm like,
Oh my
isn't that a person on his own? Like he has a name, right?
I know.
He has a name.
I know.
He has his own life. So why is this connected to me?
Funny story about that, by the way. Can I actually just be full disclosure?
It's crazy.
So I went through the pandemic. A lot of stuff happened to me during then. I had a lot of troubles with that relationship of mine that ended, and then I had to leave where I was working because of mental health issues. I was like, I wanted to take a step back to really take care of me. First time in all my life that I did that. Like I've never actually resigned from a job citing, I just didn't take care of my mental health. So for me, I feel like that's a big thing because that's the first time I put me in front of money.
You put yourself first.
Yeah, I was
you're
like,
a
I
typical
gotta be
people.
okay.
Girl, I'm not blaming you.
Yeah, man, because
It's always the bag.
It's always the bag. It's always the bag.
No, please don't. We're all about mental health and creativity.
Sure.
But yeah,
It'd be like that sometimes. So at that time, I was really going through a lot of anger and a lot of and I was doing that episode. I've really tried even to heal from a lot of those things. But like looking back, I do an episode. The one episode I'm talking about is the Legally Clueless one I did. Adele and Yango's Legally Clueless.
Yes, Legally Clueless. Oh, Adele is
She's
awesome.
amazing. She's so good. And that set is so beautiful. I told her, Adele, if you come to my house and find that it looks like Legally Clueless. It's because I stole the idea from you.
Inspired.
It's so beautiful, yellow. And then yellow just brightens your mood.
And then Adele is just cool.
And it's just Adele,
It's
right?
just Adele. I mean, it's Adele. I mean, imagine calling your child Adele. As in already the star is like, boom. Lights on, action.
It was from the get. So it was in
from
the
the
name.
get-go.
From the time she was born.
No.
No, but I was going through a lot. So when I did that episode, I remember just feeling, as much as I was really trying to laugh it off, I was feeling pain, I was feeling hurt. And I'd never been a person to like talk about my own personal life.
Because I always put everyone else first.
And not even that, but I'm super private. Like I try to protect that. So I remember doing that episode thinking I'm sharing this thing. I didn't think, like, you know how you think, I'm just Ray. Like so many bigger people have been on this podcast. Wake up like about a week later and everyone's sharing it and everyone's talking about it. And it's the one, now when you Google me, that's the only thing. So
people negate everything you've done.
That's
and
the
all
thing. Because in the whole, I remember that whole episode, I didn't talk just only about that, but that
because you talked about so much.
Yeah, but that became
But you
the
see,
highlight.
people need to make money, so they're gonna use your name and a catchy thing you said.
Except you can imagine what that had on the
your
people.
mental health.
Not even me, but
even the people
that were
around.
mentioned. Yeah, because obviously him and his family were like,
What do you mean?
What do you mean putting my son blast this way? And I was like, well,
I mean, it was supposed to be in the family,
you know. There's also that.
But you thought you were saying it so that people
I believe that what I do is I like to honor. The one thing I've learned with my mental health journey, and I'm so happy, is to just be kind to myself.
Yes.
I'm doing this for the first time. So are you. Like life, nobody's done life twice.
Nobody.
So me, when I feel pain, I honor that. If I react how I reacted, whether it was right or wrong, I honor that because at the time there's a reason I was feeling that way. And so I try not to. That's what I tell myself. I'm like, no, I don't owe people apologies. As much as I can feel where they're coming from if they feel like, you know, I might have said some things and made them feel some type of way. But like I know where I came from and I know the heart that I was going through. But I still feel like, on hindsight, maybe there's some things I should not have spoken out much about.
But you see, you're only responsible for what you say, not what people understand.
Also there's
and
that.
interpret. Because you see, people are different. It's true. Yellow is not yellow to you. Somebody else looks at it and they're like, this is mustard. And you are not about to have that argument. Please. Because they're artists. Let's talk about social media and comments. How do you handle that? I don't think I can handle hateful.
I don't think I also do well with those. I try to ignore them, but they always get to me if I see them. If I see them, they'll get to me. That's me. But that's, again, I see them, they get to me, and I remind myself, it's okay, it's just one person's comments.
And that's their opinion.
It'll pass. And
they don't know nothing about you, though.
And people can be so mean and hurtful, like online.
And they don't even know you.
They don't even know.
And they haven't even walked a mile in your shoes. If they only knew.
You can imagine, like, even after the episode I did, just how many dudes were like, oh, so now you think it's got me. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why every
comes the sexist conversation.
And I'm like, I wasn't trying to be feminist. I was just telling my story. I wasn't trying to like attack
It's your
somebody.
story you're telling it. Yeah. And the show's called Legally Clueless. I mean,
none of us know what we're doing.
Absolutely. Oh my God, it's so mean.
But it's interesting. Stuff like that makes life interesting because then, you know, later on in life you always have at least an experience to be like, well, I know. Yeah, now I know. Now I know. Yeah.
So the reason why I asked about gender is because personally, I have struggled as a creative because people expect you to be a female and they expect you to conform because when you dame, you know, you can't do so many things. You can't just fit in. You can't just demand so much from life. So there's a project I didn't get into because the director wanted more than just to have coffee.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's very true. And then they told me, oh, you think you're better than everyone else, or you think, I was blasted. I was like, why? Aki talent ni yangu. Mimi nimekuja tu audition. I mean, what's the crime in that?
Is true.
They actually got to the table reading. So when you audition, you know table reading.
Yeah.
So when you've auditioned, you go to the next place, and then there's table reading where you guys now confirm your characters because you might have been picked for a character that's not suitable for you.
Then as you read and you're like, actually,
I don't want this character, but I want this. Not that you're not a better actress, it's just that you bring out this character better. So that's why people do table readings. We had actually gone through the table reading. And then for my character, we were two. And I'm like, director, kwa nini tuko really for this particular character? Then Kanamba, we should have coffee. And I'm like, coffee? Coffee for what? Kanamba, we need to discuss this more. I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay, you're thinking, okay, maybe there's some pointers.
I need to grow as a creative. I should be attentive. I should listen. Oh my God. And then I went, I was blasted. And then he told me, you will never get into this industry, or you think the other females just decided to be hardworking. Do you think you're special? You will never make it in the art industry.
No way. Someone actually told you.
They told me that, and I was like, probably. And then crazy story. I saw a couple of friends of mine. Okay, not friends. People I schooled with on the same show, and these guys weren't even in drama school. I'm just
like, what was the point?
So millennial audition.
But I mean, I can imagine those words. Obviously, like when someone tells you that, it sits with you
it gets
a while.
to you at some point.
Passion also.
Okay.
And then normally you hear that when you're at the beginning, like when you're really struggling, when you're already trying so hard.
Yes. Concept says we've got to the audition. You didn't even know the place. So you've gotten there early so that you don't get confused. You've rehearsed your lines, you've done the camera work, and then they put you in a queue for so long. You've been traumatized by that stand. I wish you go to KNT and then you're just gonna cry. Guys show up at 6 for an audition that's gonna happen at 9. just so they get an opportunity. And then you get a chance, and then someone tells you won't make it. Just because they're like, angalia wa actors wote. There are like so many actors in this country. It's like how guys were saying, tukirusha tu mawe vitao, it will probably hit a photographer, an actor, or a makeup artist. It has to learn
creatives to go to Matata, CBD,
you know.
Wow.
And I was so sad. That's why I asked you about gender. So if you've so if you've had it just easy,
no, I haven't had. Okay, if that's what you mean, if I've had it just easy, no,
it's not been easy.
It has not been easy. But I don't. For me, I don't think. I never. Maybe because I don't look at it as gender. But I will say, I've been told what you've been told before. And I remember I was at USA Radio, and the head of USA Radio thought he was doing us a really big deal. He knew a guy from like Radio Africa at the time.
And Radio Africa what?
It still is. It's a big deal. I was told, hey, you know, you have a good voice. Why don't you go? They do voiceovers. They don't pay a lot of money. Maybe a G or 2 Gs here because they're in-house things. Just go and see. You know, I told them you have a good voice. I go there and you're giving me a script, a very mundane script with it. That's like,
oh my God,
2 lines. I didn't even think she was meant to play on radio. And I forget his name at the time, some producer. But I went and I read, and then he said, "Why you sound constipated?"